Okay everyone, welcome to the Abaqus tutorials. My name is Josh from the Institute of Forming Technology and Lightweight Components. I will guide you through the tutorials. Okay, the structure of the course will be as follows. We'll start with an introduction tutorial in which I will explain the basics, fundamentals, and how to generally use Abaqus as a tool to generate and run and analyze finite element simulations. And later on, the further tutorials will cover specific topics in more detail, like beam elements, shell elements, contact interactions, and stuff like this. Okay, so let's get started. This course will cover, and what you will learn in this course is the general introduction to Abaqus as a software which you can use to solve a huge variety of problems that can be solved using the finite element method. You will learn about the general structure of the program so that you feel almost at home after finishing these tutorials, and that you can set up a model on your own. Maybe let's start with simple models, and later on we'll go to more advanced stuff. You will learn how to run the simulation, what to take care of and stuff like this, and eventually we'll finish with the view and the analysis of the results. And then you can see, like on the picture on the right here, you can see different stuff like stresses, strain, temperature, and so on. Okay, all right. Hello everyone and welcome to the Abaqus GUI, the graphical user interface. If you have downloaded your student version or are working with any other version than 2017, your starting screen should look similar. However, maybe there's a difference that also shows you CFD simulation, computational fluid dynamics, which we're not interested. So all of you should see somewhere to start with a standard or explicit model, or just standard. So in your starting session, this screen will always pop up. If you start Abaqus, we select the standard model. Okay, this is how it looks if it's nakedly empty. One important thing people often forget is Abaqus in its default configuration does everything in your temp folder in your C drive. You don't want this because especially your output files can get very large in size very quickly. So the first thing you should always do, even if you open an existing model, we will later see how to do this. Always the first thing you do is set your work directory. And you should choose, let's say, a hard drive where you have some space left. So in my case it's E. I will call this Abaqus tutorial 1. So I create this new directory and select it and press OK. So all my files that I will generate will be, so including my model, including my input files, my job, my results, and so on, will be saved in this work directory. I can highly recommend to always specify one for each simulation. Okay, before I start with the GUI as such, I want to show you, if you save something out of the GUI, it's called a CAE model database. So if you load this database anew, it contains everything you have done before. So Abaqus tutorial 1, I will give it the same name as the folder, and you can see now, since we specified the working directory, Abaqus now immediately jumps to this folder and it will save the CAE in this folder. Okay, so now the CAE is saved, and whenever we do something in the CAE file, save the CAE file, we can reload the CAE file and continue where we started. Okay, the general appearance and how the GUI is sorted and constructed, so to say, can be divided in a couple of things. So on the left, you see your model, you see the model tree. And this model tree contains all the information about your simulation. Then, so in the model tree, whenever you create a model, this is really the information of one simulation. Connected to this is the second important thing is the jobs module, where we will later see how to create jobs which are then linked to can be linked to a specific model. Okay, so if we start with a simulation or to set up a simulation, I first want to point out that every module, when I change something here on the left, as you can see here, go from parts to materials, the sub-options here in this area, they also change. So if I switch back to parts, we can see that the sub-options has changed again.